On today's Take 30 News, Dr. Keenum recognizes veterans at MSU in honor of Veterans Day. A protest breaks out on MSU's campus, and students get heated with the Consuming Fire Ministry. And Health Promotion and Wellness hosts an ice cream social to bring awareness about sexual assault. Your Take 30 News starts right now.
And show open. And cue 'em.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us today. For Take 30 News, I'm Chris LoNigro. With its rich military history, Mississippi State honors its veterans on Veterans Day. Take 30's Jaylon Anderson joins us live in the studio with the coverage of Veterans Day.
And cue 'em.
That's right. Mississippi State University is no stranger to service in any capacity, but especially when it comes to our country. I attended our annual Veterans Recognition Ceremony to get all the details.
Take package.
Mississippi State hosted a special event to commemorate members of service. November 11 is dedicated to veterans of all branches of service from the past, present, and future. Powered by the Center for America's Veterans on campus, this event is brought to life each year. Veterans Day is a sacred day across the country for many families. We honor those who took the sacrifice of putting their life on the line to protect others at home. Veteran and Military Affairs Director Brian Locke says the event is special to him.
So to me, it's my favorite event of the year, particularly being a veteran and having served myself. I think it's important that we take the opportunity to just pause and say thank you to our veterans.
MSU President Dr. Mark Keenum spoke about the university's historic military connection.
Well, Veterans Day is a special day here at Mississippi State University.
1 minute.
This university, when it was first founded in 1878, was established as a military institution.
Dr. Locke reflected on the way this year is particularly special compared to previous years.
Yeah, so I mean, clearly for the last 20 years, we have been fighting conflicts in either Iraq and Afghanistan, and we know Afghanistan, our troops are out. We still have some troops in Iraq, but we have a whole generation of people who grew up in the military that knew nothing but being at a state of conflict somewhere in the world. So this is the first time we've kind of been in those 20 years where we're going to be at a kind of a peace.
Cue 'em. Cue 'em.
Mississippi State will also honor its service members as the next upcoming home game versus Tennessee State will be dedicated as the Military Appreciation Game on November 20th. Chris?
Camera 2.
Thank you, Jaylon. If you were on campus Tuesday, you may have noticed a large crowd on the drill field. Demonstrators, predominantly male, gathered holding signs displaying Bible verses and words aligning with the Christian faith. Take 30's Mary Alexanders caught up with the members of the group and has the story.
The name of the ministry is Consuming Fire Fellowship.
What began as a calm protest quickly turned into heated arguments and debates amongst students and these demonstrators.
We are from a local church in Gloucester, Mississippi. We are here today to obey the Great Commission in which Jesus said to go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Although Cannon says they're on campus to spread the gospel, students say it came across as spreading condemnation. Most students who consider themselves Christian didn't believe in the way the protesters spread the word.
If you're going to be a minister, you have to minister. You don't have to just talk about it. You got to be that action. Instead of telling us that we're going to, hell, you should at least, show us the way to righteousness. Because the last time I checked, the only way to the Father is the Son. Not yelling, not screaming.
Statements like, quote, men are better than women, suicidal thoughts are a sin, and crimes like rape and sexual assault don't exist sparked outrage. But protesters say what they consider. The truth hurts.
The Bible says that sinners hate God. They're at enmity against God. So their arch rival is exalted, and this is the fallout of that.
In retaliation to the harsh signs the protesters displayed, students began making their own out of notebook paper and cardboard, expressing how they feel about the topics discussed, some being more kind than others. With Take 30 News, I'm Mary Alexanders.
These protesters come to MSU's campus at least 1 to 2 times per year. Studies show millions of college students in the U.S. are affected by mental health issues each year. And because of that, Mississippi State University is lending its students a helping hand. Take 30's Josh Hughes attended the Mind Matters seminar and has the details.
For some, leaving home for the first time can be a challenging experience, especially if you're new to the college life.
Basically, Freshman Reach, we were asked to put on an event to cater to mental health issues on campus, especially that freshmen and sophomores, students have come in since COVID has happened.
The Mind Matters workshop featured local licensed counselor Leslie Fye. She says the most important thing to remember about mental health issues are how common they actually are.
If you're not a writer, then sit down and talk with someone. The second really important tool for vulnerability is to ask for help when you need it. When you need professional help, ask for professional help.
Kind of thing. And hopefully what people take away from this is just that there is a support network on campus that you can tap into if you just reach out and ask for that help.
Grant Peterson is the Director of External Affairs for Freshman Reach. He goes on to say that even if the information given only reaches one person, the event will still be considered a success. I'm Joshua Hughes, and this is your Take 30 News.
The CDC reports 44% of college students experience symptoms of anxiety. For more information, visit cdc.gov. Coming up next, a campus organization uses a sweet treat to melt the barrier around discussions about sexual assault. Stay tuned.
Take break. Okay, you guys, this is where we have the bubble pad and then the over the shoulder.
What if you could be part of one of the top engineering schools in the nation without ever leaving the coast? Well, now you can. Mississippi State's collaboration with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College allows you to earn core credits while pursuing a 4-year degree in mechanical or electrical engineering, all in the same location. And with classes taught by MSU professors, the world-renowned education you couldn't find anywhere else is now in your own backyard. To learn more about this great opportunity, visit us online.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. Mississippi State University uses a sweet treat to shine a light on a serious issue.
Take package.
Counseling Center is here to provide resources on who you can go to see if you find yourself in this situation.
Sexual violence is a problem plaguing campuses and communities throughout the nation. And that's why Mississippi State University is offering a sweet opportunity to learn more about the issue. At Health Promotion and Wellness's Ice Cream Social, you can take the It's On Us pledge, which is a pledge where you can try to help stop sexual violence and stop being a bystander to it.
HPW is here as well, and they are here to provide resources, but also be the main catalyst to make sure that we are educating other individuals and other students and staff.
The Ice Cream Social gave students victimized by sexual violence access to not only campus, but community resources like Safe Haven. Nikki Gillespie works with the organization and says seeking support can be the hardest but most important part.
Sometimes people don't like to publicize, so they can just take the information, take the resources, and they have the resources, you know, where they can do it in private or they can speak to someone in private, because like I said, sometimes people don't like to receive help in front of others.
You can take the It's On Us pledge at itsonus.org. If you've been victimized, you can contact MSU Counseling Services on their website at counseling.msstate.edu. For more information on sexual violence prevention, visit cdc.gov. Bully's Closet and Pantry gives more than 200 students free lunch. It happened Friday as a way to highlight the services Bully's Closet offers. Jimmy John's lunchboxes were provided on a first-come, first-served basis. Students came to eat lunch, socialize, and learn more about Bully's Closet and Pantry. Bully's Closet and Pantry is an organization that strives to help students facing food insecurity. By offering free lunch, the ambassadors hope to bring more awareness about food insecurity and how students can help. The organization accepts non-perishable food items such as cans and packaged goods. They also accept business professional clothing items that are available for students to keep. Organization President Brady Hunt shares more about the goals of the Closet and Pantry.
Trying to promote a block by block program that allows students to pay for other students, block meals basically. So that's one of the things we're promoting, and then also just trying to combat food insecurities. So hopefully, you know, students with food insecurities would be the first people to utilize.
Students can donate to the pantry by dropping off items in the back of the house on Morgan Avenue. A warning from the CDC. Measles is now considered a global threat again after routine vaccines were missed over the pandemic. Mandy Gaither has more in today's Health Minute.
Oh, okay, go into the next thing. Go into the next thing. Get them black. Weather toss and tease. Weather toss and tease. Go to black. Go to commercial, I guess. Go to commercial.
Performance at the highest level is the objective of every athlete. But what can athletes accomplish if they understood and responded to everything their bodies are telling them? Mississippi State University's Athlete Engineering program is designing and deploying groundbreaking advanced wearable technology that creatively collects millions of data points for researchers to analyze, predict performance, and improve body mechanics. Researchers in engineering, kinesiology, sociology, textiles, and more disciplines are working together to test and design new technology that leads to winning results. In addition to helping athletes reach their highest potential, this collaborative program is reducing injuries and protecting the health of competitors now and far into the future. Mississippi State University. Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Now that we're in November, getting to the middle of November, what's kind of our weather going to be looking like?
Well, we're actually below average for this time of year. We could actually see freezing on Saturday night, so it is quite chilly right now.
That's not something I'm trying to work with.
Oh, no, me either. I'm not really looking forward to it. But right now, it is really nice outside. We can see we have no clouds, really no rain. There's a few clouds to our west over the Mississippi River, but for the most part, it is clear, and you can see that behind me. We are sunny, and it is 69 right now. It's a little breezy with winds out of the west at 7 miles per hour. So let's compare that to what we're used to this time of year. It is the high today was 70, and the low is 36. The average for this time of year is 67, so we are hovering around average, and our low is 42 on average. So again, we're pretty close to it, and thankfully nowhere near that low of 24 in 1950. And daylight savings time did push our sunset back a bit. So checking out our temperatures over the next couple of days, tonight you're going to see this cold front move through, so watch all that green change to blue really quickly. We have another cold front. We're not going to see any rain from it. It's just going to cool us off and dry us off. So our temperatures are going to quickly be into the 40s. Saturday we're going to wake up staying in the 40s, and then our high on Saturday is going to be in the low 50s. This model's not showing that, but that is what I am predicting. And then Sunday morning, again, our lows are going to be in the low 30s. We are going to wake up with frost here in northeast Mississippi, and we're not just going to warm up too much. So thanks to our lows dipping down into the low 30s, we're going to see a freeze watch for northeast Mississippi, including Oktibbeha County, that will expire Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And so for your weekend planner Saturday, if you're sticking around in Starkville, it is going to be chilly, but it's going to be sunny, so it is going to be a pretty nice day if you bundle up and head outside. Sunday morning, if you're heading out early for church or anything like that, you're going to want to make a little bit of extra time so you can scrape the ice off of your windshield. But for the next 7 days, again, tomorrow going to be our coldest day. It's going to be 53 for our high. Frost when you wake up on Sunday, but we are going to be sunny for the majority of the week. 69 on Tuesday, warming up to 73 on Wednesday. Could see some showers on Thursday, but for the most part, we're looking pretty nice here in Starkville, Mississippi. And coming up, both men and women's basketball teams won their season openers. More on that after the break.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
To be or not to be? That is the question that echoes the walls of the theater department at Mississippi State University. Nurturing the voice and movement of a new generation of dynamic storytellers. An inclusive program welcoming all to a broad course of study in directing, stagecraft, playwriting, and acting. Discover your passion in performance and production with MSU Theater.
Print. It opens the doors to the world of communication. It's where a student can be anything. It teaches teamwork, diligence, loyalty, and responsibility. At Mississippi State, we are dedicated to further the field of journalism. We make sure to tell the story no matter how challenging. We incorporate all aspects to help you grow as a student and as a person. So, what are you waiting for?
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Mary Alexanders. Mississippi State football is back on the road for the second week in a row. Following last week's hard loss to Arkansas, MSU is looking for redemption tomorrow against Auburn. Despite struggling in the kicking position, the Bulldogs are looking solid around the board. Quarterback Will Rogers still leads the SEC in passing yards with a total of 3,307 yards and 367 passing yards per game. MSU needs just 6 more completions to break the school's single-season record of 373 set by Mike Leach's offense last year. The Bulldogs are the only team in the country with 60-plus catches in 2021, and they lead the country with 1,834 yards after the catch, averaging 204 per game. On the defensive side of the ball, Emmanuel Forbes is the SEC's leader with 8 career interceptions and is also the league leader with 3 defensive touchdowns. State's run defense ranks 3rd in the conference and 11th in the country. However, the Tigers top the SEC, averaging 7.4 tackles per loss per game. Their defense has not allowed a passing touchdown in their last 2 games and have not surrendered a touchdown in the last 6 quarters. Auburn's QB Bo Nix has thrown 3 interceptions all year compared to Will Rogers' 8. Kickoff is tomorrow at 11 a.m. in Jordan-Hare Stadium and will air on ESPN. If Wednesday night was any indication on Mississippi State men's basketball team this season, Bulldog fans are in for a treat this year. MSU shot 48.2% from the field, made 6 3-pointers, out-rebounded the Lions by 10, received 22 points from the bench, recorded 12 steals, and had 38 points in the paint. 22 of those came from fast breaks. The Bulldogs went home with a big victory over North Alabama, 75-49. Their next opponent will be against Montana in the Hump tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. MSU women's basketball is also off to a hot start, defeating Alabama State 91-62 on Tuesday. Rakia Jackson set a career high with 4 blocked shots for the team's total 11, and her 26 total points were the most of Bulldogs since 2011. Maya Taylor also set a new career high of 11 assists, her second time in her career that she earned double-digit assists. Their upcoming opponent, South Dakota State, will be coming to Starkville with a wealth of experience. They returned all 5 starters from last year's All-Summit Championship team, including League Player of the Year Maya Sellen and fellow first-team All-Summit performers Tylee Irwin and Peyton Burchard. The Jackrabbits have won 3 games this season. In those 3 contests, SDSU is averaging 67 points per game and allowing 47. The Bulldogs will host South Dakota State at the Hump tonight at 6 p.m. After the break, MSU Theater acts out the effects of climate change on our oceans through a play for children. Stay tuned to find out more.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Theater MSU is back at it again with another performance, but this time they're fishing for a younger audience. Take 30's Takia Cummings gives us an inside look.
We're doing this in partnership with NGI, the Northern Gulf Institute, and it's a children's show, so it's really meant to teach kids about the effects that climate change and pollution and stuff like that are having on our oceans and how that affects wildlife.
Students of all ages got the chance to learn about the ocean in style. The play will feature live sea animals and the reenactment of possible dangers sea life face. Assistant Director Tanya Hayes is thrilled to talk about the endangered sea animals that live in Mississippi's very own aquarium.
The show is actually about a sea turtle named Banner, and he's part of a sea turtle release. There are 3 turtles released. All the turtles are on the endangered species list, and they go into the ocean and they find out kind of what has happened due to pollution, climate change.
While cast and faculty prepare for the show, it's not all just work. They also have fun, and look how amazing these pops are. Look at this giant beach ball.
Props like singing clams, dolphins, and a giant moving octopus.
My favorite thing so far on the show is Button, which is our Dumbo octopus. I think she's fantastic. The way that we've got her rigged up, a girl is actually wearing her like a costume, and it's really great. We've definitely given them a lot to engage with, and I think that's going to be really helpful.
Takia Cummings, Take 30 News.
The show will be held at the MSU Theater on November 14th and 17th. This performance will also travel to the Mississippi Aquarium on November 22nd. Last night, one of our very own Bulldogs competed on the nationally known game show, Jeopardy! MSU graduate student James Tucker Shope tested his knowledge against 2 other contestants. Shope is a current teaching assistant in the history department.
Tucker Shope, a PhD student from Starkville, Mississippi, has actually been hosting trivia on Zoom?
Yeah, from the end of March in 2020 all the way to June of 2021, I did an online game every Friday night for my family with music and a final question and everything. And at one point we had family in Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Utah all playing together. So
was it good practice?
Yeah.
Was it good practice for this?
Yeah, it was perfect practice.
Oh, so that's good to know. That's a good tip. Start off with some music stuff. Then blood. 2-letter words.
Mississippi State University is relaxing its mask policy for fully vaccinated Bulldogs. Take 30's Takia Cummings gives us an inside look at the new changes.
Wears their mask when they're supposed to anyway.
It is now up to fully vaccinated Bulldogs on if a mask is part of their wardrobe. MSU's new policy states that vaccinated students, faculty, staff, and visitors are still encouraged but no longer required to wear masks universally indoors.
It's just like even last year, yeah, they did have it
enforced, and they were trying to keep that in place.
Yes.
But again, a lot of people didn't want to, and they just didn't want to,
Yeah.
so they just didn't do it.
MSU lifted masks due to a low of COVID cases, and students are also seeing that change.
I also feel like it also takes into consideration that the vaccine is now out, so a lot of people are getting it, and even if they're not getting it, there is now a mandate for employees to get it. So I guess they feel now that they're vaccinated that it's okay now, they don't have to wear the mask, and everything, like it just is fine.
Though the mask requirements are being relaxed, MSU still encourages everyone to take the extra step to ensure public safety.
I feel like if there's one thing that MSU has done well is making the vaccinations
so public. Yeah,
accessible.
It's like, anyone can get it.
Yeah.
It's at
the union, the health center, and they'll send out emails weekly saying that you can come get vaccinated here, and it's encouraged as well. So I feel like that is definitely something that was for the better.
This is Takia Cummings for Take 30 News.
We thought we'd end our show today with a showcase of our Take 30's reporters' furry friends. There we have our very own Jack. There's Chris Mission's dogs. There's Miss Bailey's dog, Tootsie Bell. There's Ellie Bell Thompson. There's Buddy Burgess. Look how adorable. Brody looking like a dude. Naya looking very cute and pretty. There's Cooper with all that sass. Callie with everything.
Good night.
Bonnie Beans McKnight. Look how adorable. Paris looking very stoic. Aries Bland Nix looking very cute.
Cut the video.
Teddy Rumph looking like a very fine gentleman.
Go to camera.
Well, if you have any short hair pets like I've
30
seen
seconds.
here, you're going to want to wrap them up this weekend because it is going to be quite chilly this weekend. We're going to see freezing on Saturday night, so if you have any pets outdoors, it's going to be time to bring those guys in.
15.
Yeah, I'm not excited for this cold, but like you said earlier, it'll pass. It'll get right back to our sunny.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us on Take 30 News. We'll see you next week.
4, 3, 2, 1. That was it. And weather video. Good night. That was it.
Woo!
Mute mic.
That PowerPoint.
Mute mic.